So I can feel my DNA slowly changing. I spent the afternoon driving around Tasmania, actually driving around southern Tasmania, what they call the peninsula, and I was listening to Australian rules football on the radio and actually understanding what was going on. And so I've been eating Tasmania food and driving on Tasmania roads for 3 coming up on 4 weeks now. And I understand Australian rules football, which I don't think anybody outside of Australia has any clue about. So I'm really falling in love with the place. It's a pretty amazing place. So I'm on White's Beach, and this is it. It's a beautiful spot. I seem to be about the only person here. There's somebody, a farmer burning off some fields over there. But yeah, it's fabulous. So I'm going to be here for until May 15, 16, 17. I'm going to a whiskey festival called Maltstock. And it's a 3-day all-inclusive festival on a farm, I guess, just north of Hobart. I've still got to learn a lot more about it. But it's basically whiskey makers and whiskey enthusiasts getting together and drinking whiskey and having campfires and talking about whiskey. And, you know, it's an all-inclusive whiskey weekend. So from there, I head to Adelaide, and I've got 2 amazing distilleries I'm going to go spend a week each with. And then I'm gonna take a train. It's like 2 to 3 day train ride from Adelaide all across the southern part of Australia, through Melbourne, and then up to Sydney. And then I've got a couple of weeks up in Sydney. I'm gonna go to another whiskey festival up in Sydney, and then I go back to Texas and go back to my old life. Looking forward to it. We just ordered some really awesome Eames lounge chairs, fake ones of course, but they look really beautiful, and I've been getting weekly updates on how that they were made and they're finished and they're shipping. So now they've arrived in LA, and they're on their way out to Texas. So they'll get there before I do, but I do look forward to lounging in my Eames lounge chair. So tonight, it's kind of funny. I've been in Port Arthur, which is the very southern tip of Tasmania. They call it the peninsula, but basically it's like a kind of odd-shaped island with water everywhere. There's beaches and cliffs and all kinds of things, but wherever you go, you're just a short distance to the water. So wherever I drive, I see water over one shoulder. But tonight I've got to meet a bunch of people, and we're going to go see a movie at the Eagle Hawk Neck Community Center. We're gonna go see the flick about Neil Diamond. So I'm gonna go see a movie at a community center. And Bill's friends had asked me, hey, you want to go to the movies? We're all going to the movies tonight. And I thought, movie? There's a movie theater out here? Because there's very little out here. There's very few people down in the peninsula here. You know, if you can look around, you can only see, like, there's some houses over there, a few houses behind me. Over here in the point, there's a couple, but there's just not many people here. And there's lots of water and lots of cray, and the tuna are running right now. So I'd love to get a chance to get on a boat and go catch a 100-pound tuna. But yeah, it's great fish. Oh, and this is great. Check that out. That's an oyster, and these are all oyster shells. So, there's a what do you call it? A scallop. I had a Tasmanian scallops for lunch. There's oysters everywhere. Everybody eats oysters all the time, and there are oyster farms set up out here. And sometimes in rough weather, the oyster racks break loose, and you end up with piles of oysters on the beach. So yeah, there's giant oyster shells all over the place, and you know, Tasmanian oysters are delicious. Yeah, everything comes out of the sea here is great because the water is really pure. You know, the ocean's pure, the drinking water is pure, the air is pure. You know, except there's some guy over there burning something. The farmers will burn stuff off. But you know, the winds are always so much that it blows the stuff away. So yeah, it's a pretty fascinating place. So a lot more to do. Happy New Year.